Dear learners, welcome to ARPIT course on emerging trends and technologies in library and information services at IIT Delhi. I, Vanita Khanchandani, Assistant Librarian at Central Library IIT Delhi, going to talk on the topic Library and Information Science Profession, Trends and Issues. After completing this module, you will be able to understand LIS as a profession, development of LIS education in India, various committees and commissions set up by Government of India and UGC, various issues faced by LIS profession. LIS as a profession, the primary purpose of LIS profession is to provide access to information to the right user at the right time, at a right place in a right manner. Librarianship is considered as a profession as it possesses the following characteristics: a body of knowledge imparted in LIS schools, intensive training and continuous practice to gain mastery over the skills for knowledge organization and retrieval, oriented towards services to the society, association to bind up professionals, standard terminology and practices and code of ethics. How LIS profession is transforming. There is a profound change in the theory and practice of LIS profession. Over the years, the concept of librarianship has been changing according to the demands of the society and the bewildering growth of information and communication technology. Now, the custodian librarian has grown into a knowledge manager and digital librarian. The history of library and information science education in India is now a century old. India has witnessed a steady growth in LIS education. The information and communication technology has impacted LIS education all around the world. The LIS discipline is growing in a way to serve the society in a better way. The history of LIS education in India can be divided into two eras: pre-independence era and the post-independence era. The foundation of library education in India may be considered date back to 1911, when W. A. Borden, a disciple of Melville D.B., was invited by Shayaji Rao Gayekwad II to develop the state library system. In 1915, another disciple of D.B., Asha Don Dickinson, was appointed as the librarian of Punjab University, Lahore, and started 3 months course. After these two great efforts, professional associations started providing course on the library science education. The first such course was started by Andhra Desa Library Association 1920, Madras Library Association in 1929 and by Bengal Library Association in 1937. Before independence, there were only 5 universities providing diploma courses in library science. These were Andhra University, Madras Universities, Banaras Hindu University, University of Bombay and University of Calcutta. Out of these 5 universities, 2 diploma courses were started due to the great efforts of Dr. S. R. Ranganathan. After independence, new schools, colleges, universities and research institutions were opened to cater the educational needs of the country, and the need for qualified library personnel was felt. As a result, number of library science schools were opened. Aligarh Muslim University was first to start B.Lib course in the country. Dr. Ranganathan also moved from Banaras Hindu University to University of Delhi. University of Delhi started first diploma course in 1947 and then started master library science in 1951. The first PhD in LIS was awarded to D.B. Krishna Rao in 1957 under Dr. S. R. Ranganathan. MPhil was started in 1972 in University of Delhi. Various courses offered in LIS education: library science as a subject in class 11 and 12th, certificate courses, CLIS. It is a 6-month or 1-year course offered by library association, universities and some colleges. The course is offered after secondary or senior secondary. Diploma in Library and Information Science, DLIS. Diploma courses are provided both at undergraduate and postgraduate levels. Some women polytechnics provide 2-year undergraduate diploma courses. Postgraduate diploma courses are provided by the following: Gandhigram Rural Institute provides diploma in archives and documentation management. University of Hyderabad provides diploma in library automation and networking. IGNOU provides diploma in library automation and networking. University of Kerala provides diploma in information technology. University of Mysore provides post MLIS diploma on library automation. Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences provides diploma course in health science librarianship, and Indira Gandhi National Center for Arts provides diploma in digital library and data management. Bachelor of Library and Information Science BLIS course, it is a 1-year course provided after graduation by universities. 3 years BA or BAc honors in LIS, it is a 3-year honors course provided by Calcutta University. BA subsidiary library and information subjects are integrated as subsidiary subject in BA curriculum. Aligarh Muslim University was first to provide the course in 1986. Master of Library and Information Science MLIS, it is a 1-year course and provided after BLIS. 2 years integrated MLIS, it is an integrated course combining BLIS plus MLIS provided after graduation. University of Calcutta started in 1974. Northeastern Hill University NEHU started this course in 1986, and Maharishi Dayanand University Rohtak is also providing the same course. Master degree MSc in Information Science, it is a 2-year course offered by Madras University and Baba Saheb Bhimrao Ambedkar University Lucknow. 5-year integrated course and integrated course in Library and Information Science is also provided by 3 universities after senior secondary in India: Annamalai University, Calcutta University and Guru Ghasidas Vishwavidyalaya are the 3 universities which is providing 5-year integrated course in Library and Information Science. MPhil Master of Philosophy, it is a research degree course provided after MLIS. It is of 1 or 2 year duration. PhD Doctor of Philosophy, it is provided after MLIS or MPhil. It is highest level research degree provided by universities. It is provided as full-time or part-time course. Associateship in Information Science, INSDOC, Indian National Scientific Documentation Center, presently NISCIA, National Institute of Science, Communication and Information Resources, started 2-year program in documentation which were renamed as Associateship in Information Science in 1977. Qualification needed to pursue the program was master degree in any subject or BLIS with 3 years experience in library. The last batch which was admitted to the course was in 2010 and 12. After that, the course has been closed due to the policy of the institute. DRTC Documentation Research and Training Center was providing the same course, but now its name has been changed to MS in Library and Information Science, and the qualification required to pursue the course is 3-year bachelor degree in any discipline. Now come to various committees and commissions set up by Government of India and UGC. First of all, we take committees and commissions set up by Government of India. First committee was Advisory Committee for Libraries, also called as KP Sinha Committee, which was set up in 1957. The committee gave its report in 1958. The main recommendation of the committee are to set up an expert committee for reorganization of syllabus, teaching methods and examination prevailing in the diploma courses, to provide financial assistance to the university by UGC for establishing full-fledged library and information science department, and the teachers in library and information science should have same terms and conditions in other departments. The second committee was National Policy Committee on National Policy on Library and Information System. In 1985, Government of India set up committee CONPOLIS with Professor D.B. Chattopadhyay as its chairman. It submitted its report in 1986. It was further assessed by Empowered Committee in 1988. Its recommendations were examined by working group which gave its report in 1993. Its recommendations are for public library system in India. National Knowledge Commission was constituted on 13 June 2005 with a time frame of 3 years from 2nd October 2005 to 2nd October 2008. The report was named as Libraries as a Gateways to Knowledge. In 2012, a high-level committee was set up by Ministry of Culture, Government of India for the pursuance of National Knowledge Commission's recommendation. The National Mission on Libraries was launched on 3rd Feb 2014 by then the President of India Mr. Pranab Mukherjee. The NML has set up 4 working groups which have formulated the scheme for upgrading of the libraries. The main component of National Mission is the creation of NVLI, National Virtual Library of India. Now we come to committees and commissions set up by UGC. Library Committee, which was chaired by Dr. S.R. Ranganathan, set up in 1957 to look into the functioning of academic libraries. The committee recommended that university departments should offer professional courses leading to bachelor degree, master degree and PhD degree and convert all diploma courses to degree courses. Review Committee on Library Science Education was set up in 1965, which was again chaired by Dr. S.R. Ranganathan. This committee was set up for the improvement of standard of LIS education. The committee recommended the syllabus of bachelor and master level courses. It gave recommendation about faculty-student ratio and formation of independent library science department. Curriculum committees. There were 2 curriculum committees set up in 1990 and 2001. The first was chaired by Professor P.N. Kola and the second was headed by Dr. C.R. Krishidappa. Both committees framed the syllabus to bring the standardization in LIS education in India. The second curriculum committee laid emphasis on the 2-year integrated master degree course and its implementation. After discussing the committees and commission, we can discuss the challenges and lacuna in LIS education in India. In India, LIS education is more than 100 years old. We have achieved many echelons, but many have to be achieved. There are many challenges and lacuna which need to be discussed. These are: the first one is nomenclature of LIS schools. LIS schools has been given different name. The nomenclature is not uniform. Sometimes they are called a Department of Library Science and Documentation, Department of Information Science, sometimes Department of Library and Information Science, Faculty of Library and Information Science, Department of Information Science, Department of Library and Information Management, School of Library and Information Science. Not only the nomenclature is not uniform, but the affiliation to faculty of LIS school is also not uniform. We found lot of variation in affiliation to the faculties. Most of the LIS department are affiliated to Faculty of Arts, some are under Faculty of Social Sciences, but some are under School of Information Science and Technology, Faculty of Sciences, Faculty of Arts and Languages, Faculty of Humanities, School of Media and Communication. Accreditation. For uniformity and standardization of education, accreditation body is essential. In LIS education, no such apex body is there in our country, whereas for other courses such as law, Bar Council is there, medical courses, Medical Council is there. For technical education, All India Council for Technical Education, and for education, National Council for Teacher Education are there. In UK, all LIS education schools are accredited by CILIP, Chartered Institute of Library and Information Professionals. Another reason for lacking behind of LIS education in our country is mushrooming growth of LIS education and mismatch between the demand and supply. When our country got independent, at that time only 5 universities were offering the LIS courses, but after independence, today we have 155 universities which are offering different courses. There is no check and balance in the emergence of LIS schools. Proliferation of LIS school without having proper infrastructure facilities and teacher has created huge unemployment. That is, the demand of LIS professionals is not proportionate to the supply made by LIS school in India in the profession. Inadequate faculty strength and non-uniformity in the skills. There is no proper teacher-student ratios in LIS schools. Moreover, in self-financing or private institution, no proper permanent faculty is there. They are just commercial ventures. There is also disparity found in the skills and retirement age of the teachers. Lack of infrastructure is another reason. In many allied schools, there is lack of well-equipped IT labs. According to UGC curriculum development committees, there should be proper computer facilities along with library software should be available to the student. Proper library facilities having reference books, list of subject headings, classification schemes, cataloging codes, which should be made available to LIS schools. Curriculum revision. Many universities are following the old syllabi. They are not updated according to the undergoing changes in the society. The last curriculum development committee was set up by UGC in 2001. After that, no such revision was implemented. There is huge disparity in LIS curriculum of the universities. In 2011, UGC has implemented CBCS, choice based credit system, for all undergraduate courses except for library and information science. The CBCS is an internationally acknowledged instructional pattern developed to suit the needs of the students and to enable to keep them pace with the developments in higher education across the globe. The genesis of CBCS traced to cafeteria system, which is vogue in West. It is based on transfer of credit for a course. Presently, 14 universities have taken their own initiative to implement CBCS curriculum for LIS courses. Selection criteria and intake of students. Library and information science is not a popular course among the students. Though LIS education is more than 100 years in our country, yet the students come to profession by chance, not by choice. Due to less popularity, the profession is unable to get the best brains. To get best brains, LIS schools should conduct aptitude tests for selecting the students like other courses. Nevertheless, the intake in a course should be monitored. It should be based upon the available faculty and infrastructure and the IT facilities. Only those courses become popular among the students in which employment opportunities are better to make course popular, and we must take the students accordingly. Recent trends which are emerging in our LIS profession are teaching of traditional techniques, less emphasis on teaching of traditional subjects like classification and cataloging is given by LIS schools. Their form of teaching is also changing. These days there is more emphasis given on the teaching of library, software and ICT. 5-year integrated course. An integrated course in library and information science is provided by 3 universities: Annamala University, Calcutta University and Guru Ghashidas Vishwavidyalaya. CBCS curricula. Many universities in our countries are presently formulated curricula based on CBCS pattern, and other are in process of it. MOOCs. There is an emergence of different MOOCs, massive open online courses in LIS education, which are available on Library and Information Science on SWAYAM platform in India. Online refresher course is also available in Library and Information Science under ARPIT annual refresher program in teaching for faculty of LIS discipline and LIS professional. This course is also valid under CAS, Career Advancement Scheme. There is also increase in number of conferences and seminars organized on various themes. In LIS profession, use of ICT and disruptive technology is also increasing for providing different products and services. We have discussed the LESUNA, the emerging trends, committees and commissions. After all these, we can provide the following suggestion for making the LIS profession popular and also keeping the pace with the changing needs of the society. Full-fledged LIS department should be there. National level accreditation body should be formed to bring uniformity in nomenclature and curricula. Proper faculty should be appointed. Proper infrastructure, libraries, IT labs should be maintained. In-service training should be provided both by the teachers and professionals. Continuous revision of curriculum should be done keeping in mind the changes in the society. Emphasis on practical education should be given. The mismatch between the education and job requirement should be overcome. To conclude, I will say that LIS profession has undergone metamorphosis due to the technological changes. To go along the change, this LIS education needs to be revamped. All LIS departments and professional associations across the country should come together to bring the uniform standardization in LIS education according to the present needs. You can refer the following material for this module, and you can also contact me at vanita@libraryiit.ac.in for your any queries. Thank you for your kind listening.